watchOS 6 is here, and we get some new features we've been asking for, which means Apple must be watching us. Well, listening to us, listening to what we want. I tried, I was trying to connect watch with watching. I was trying to make a pun. I was trying to be punny. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. And yes, watchOS 6 is here. So what makes watchOS 6 so special and worth upgrading to? Well, to celebrate watchOS 6 and show it to you in all its glory, I thought it makes sense to make a top watchOS 6 features video. So that's what we're gonna do. Sit back, watch this video. These puns are not working. Let's break down watchOS 6. Starting things out, let's talk about the new Apple Watch App Store. Yes, in watchOS 6, there's now a standalone Apple Watch App Store that exists on the Apple Watch itself, which means, yes, you could finally download apps directly to your Apple Watch on your Apple Watch without having to need an iPhone to do so. And you can take this a step further. You can now have apps on your Apple Watch that you do not need a companion app for on the iPhone, which is really cool when you think about it. There are definitely some apps I'd rather have just on my Apple Watch that I don't need on my iPhone, and in the interest of living an organized and minimalistic lifestyle, I'm all for it. Love the new standalone App Store on the Apple Watch, but a few things we do have to talk about. You'll notice that not every single Apple Watch app has a standalone Apple Watch app right away. This basically comes down because it will be up to the responsibility of the app developer to make one, and the obvious reason that there still will be some apps that you do need a companion app for on the iPhone in order for the Apple Watch version of the app to work correctly. So don't go crazy deleting all your iPhone companion apps for those apps you want on your Apple Watch. Chances are, for most of them, at least in the beginning, you're still gonna need them. But once you get watchOS 6 on your Apple Watch, you can check out the new standalone App Store to see the apps that are available for downloading right on your Apple Watch without needing your iPhone to do so. Sliding in at the number 4 spot, we gotta talk about the new Apple Watch activity trends. The new activity trends. Now, the new activity trends feature is an interesting one because you're going to be tracking all that activity on your Apple Watch, but to actually see the trends, you're going to need your iPhone to do so. You'll notice on your iPhone activity app, you'll have a new submenu that's labeled Trends, and once you click that submenu, you'll see your activity trends. You can see several different data points that you could track here and kind of keep eyes on, which could help set the bar for the health changes you want to make or the maintenance you got to keep up on. But at the very top of your main activity trends, you could click on one of them, and you can see for me personally, I've been slacking a little bit. All my numbers are up, but if you look in the long term, my trends kind of show my activity, at least being tracked on the Apple Watch, is somewhat trending down, most likely because the amount of time I actually spend sitting, filming these videos, and then of course editing. So, gotta change that. But I do work out 3 to 5 nights per week, so you can see the actual positive effects of that being reflected here in the activity trends. And even though the new activity trends feature isn't anything groundbreaking or earth-shattering, they do provide an overall better picture of our activity and our activity tracking. It brings several additional new layers of awareness to the activity we're having, our lifestyle, and can bring a little bit more clarity to the kind of changes we have to make, or like I said before, the things we gotta maintain. And then building on activity trends, it's pretty obvious that the Apple Watch has a huge health and safety component to it. In fact, I might even make the argument that the Apple Watch is the best smartwatch on the market to do so, which is why it's very exciting to hear about 2 additional health-focused apps we're getting within watchOS 6. Hearing health and cycle tracking. Within the hearing health app, you'll see a real-time ambient noise level monitor and indicator expressed in decibels and on a scale from 30 to 120, and you'll see the current decibel level in real time with those green little ticks you see across your display. Anything below 80 decibels, you'll be in the okay category, where long-term exposure at those sound levels won't have any effect on your hearing. And then above 80 decibels, you'll be in the loud category, where long-term exposure at those sound levels could have a negative effect on your hearing, which will be indicated to you within the app. But what's cool is with the health hearing app, you actually don't need to be constantly monitoring the decibel level around you. You'll actually get a push notification if levels get too high. You'll get an Apple Watch alert right on your wrist with a nice little tap that warns you about the decibel level you're at and the maximum amount of time you should be at that level before you could start to do damage to your ears and cause temporary hearing loss. So I think it's a pretty cool feature to be added to the Apple Watch, a feature I personally wasn't even expecting, but here it is. It's like, okay, yeah, one more health tracking feature on the Apple Watch, I'm here for it. But I don't find myself in noisy environments a whole heck of a lot. It's not like I'm bouncing from concert to concert every single day. But I will admit, sometimes I listen to headphones at the gym or AirPods around my home a little bit too high at a level that's probably a little bit higher than safe volume levels. So it'd be cool if Apple could take this a step further in the future to actually start monitoring those levels with headphones and earbuds as well. In any case, it's clearly another step in the direction of a healthier, safer future. And you gotta give props to Apple for coming up with it. Hearing health on the Apple Watch, watchOS 6. Nice. And then of course there's cycle tracking for the ladies watching this video. With the new cycle tracking app, tracking your cycle is as simple as just tapping a few buttons within the app itself. And all in all, the app can help provide women with a clearer picture of their overall health. It can help ensure preparedness while also helping track irregularities and symptoms. And just like the hearing health app, you do get Apple Watch push notifications from the cycle tracking app, which could alert women when the app predicts the next period or fertile window is about to start. With apps like hearing health and cycle tracking joining features like fall detection and being able to take an ECG at any given time, it's no wonder so many people love the Apple Watch and why it just keeps getting better and better, especially when it comes to health and safety. Coming in at number 2 is another app we're getting within watchOS 6, an app you probably already thought we had to begin with, but we don't. We're getting it new in watchOS 6, the calculator app. I know, should have been in there since watchOS 1, but regardless, it's here and I'm happy. I've actually already talked about why I love the calculator app so much and why I'm using it as much as I do in a recent video. But in general, it's sometimes just so much easier to do a simple calculation right on your wrist by typing it out rather than having to go through Siri to do so. Maybe I'm in public or maybe I'm in a noisy environment where Siri can't hear me that well and I just need a simple equation that I just want to type out and I don't have to actually just verbally say to Siri to calculate. Because that's how you previously had to calculate equations on the Apple Watch. You had to go through Siri to do so. There was no calculator app. So I love that option of having a manual calculator that you can access at any given time, no matter your situation. And on top of that, we actually have a tip calculator built into the calculator app itself, which admittedly is probably the main reason why I love the calculator app so much on the Apple Watch. Being able to calculate or estimate the tip at the dinner table through both percentages and dollar amounts, can't tell you how simple this app makes it. Calculating the tip out and then even splitting the dinner bill is now a breeze. So just another feature in the entire bucket of hundreds and thousands of features that makes the Apple Watch such an incredible device to enriching our lives and helping us live a more productive lifestyle. For more information on the calculator app and all of my favorite current Apple Watch apps, you guys can check out my recent video breaking down my entire Apple Watch setup. A card annotation is gonna pop up for that video, or as always, for all the videos I ever mentioned within my videos, you can check out the video description box below for a link to them. But now, taking the crown as number 1 on my list of top watchOS 6 features has to be those new watch faces. I know it's kind of crazy to put new watch faces, the new watch faces you get within watchOS 6 on top, I get that, but watchOS 6 hasn't been like that crazy, so the watch faces are kind of like a nice little refresher within the OS update itself. The new watch faces are the most visible changes within watchOS 6 that you'll see, so that's why I like them. That's why they're number 1 on my list. And within watchOS 6, we are getting new gradient, California, solar dial, numerals, and modular compact watch faces, all of which look pretty good, all of which are pretty cool in their own way. A lot of new watch faces that users are gonna try and end up loving and probably using as their everyday go-to watch face. Now, none of them are gonna replace the infograph modular watch face. That's just probably like my all-time Apple Watch watch face. It's what I use every single day because of how great it is. But for those of you who are a little less obsessed with complications like I am, you'll find the new watchOS 6 watch faces pretty cool, pretty colorful, and I definitely would say they're worth checking out. Now, I'm not gonna break down every new watchOS 6 watch face for you in this video. I've already done that in a separate video. If you want an in-depth explanation of each new watchOS 6 watch face, you can click the card annotation that's gonna pop up. It will bring you right to that video. If I had to pick one of the new watch faces within watchOS 6 as my favorite, it'd probably have to be the California watch face. You could choose either a full screen or circular design for it. And then you have further unique color, indices, and complication options you could choose from. You could really make the California watch face your own with all the different customization options. And most importantly, perhaps, you could actually maintain that classic watch look while obviously having it on a modern day miracle of a smartwatch device. Overall, watchOS 6 is a pretty solid, pretty important update for the Apple Watch. It comes with some new apps and features I definitely find myself excited about, apps and features I highly recommend you check out yourself. And once you do, don't forget to comment down below your favorite watchOS 6 updates in the comment section below. I guarantee you there's some new feature, some new app that I'm gonna find out about and be like, this thing, if Jesus were to wear a watch, he would have worn this one. In the meantime, I'm gonna go try to reverse some of these trends I see within the activity trends app on the, oh geez. I'm telling you, I'm filming too much and sitting too much. I gotta like start standing or something. I'll see you guys in my next video. Is it possible to does power walking in place actually help? Like, should I just start doing this at my desk in between editing, like when something's rendering? Will that help? Oh, it ticked a little, it does help. It ticked a little bit. About to close all 3 of these activity rings, baby. Let's go.